Okay, so today's 3D modeling challenge is going to be a a dice set. Okay, go ahead and get our timer started now. And by dice set, I think it means like the standard dice for D&D, so like D10, D4, D6, D8, D12, D20. Um, so will be actually easy enough, I think. Yeah. Okay, let's get started, I guess. Get to the daily study, make a new collection for it. Dice set. Okay. Start off with the D6. Simple as that. And we're just going to do the base meshes first. Um, just again because it's, easier. Go. And why don't we'll move them all along the x-axis like that. No. A little bit more over. Even more over. Okay. Now for the D4, I think we can add a cone with what, three vertices and a depth of, ooh, that's a good question. Here, why don't we start with that? And we can see that that is not correct. So we can go and use our measuring tool. I'm in a edit mode. And we can measure from here. Oh, how do we measure? Drag left mouse, we can hit control to snap. Okay, so that's 2.23607. That's 1.73205. So 2.23607 divided by 173,205 divided by 173,205 period. All right, and that's how much we're going to scale it by. So we can scale it along all axes but the z by 1.2909, and that should be enough precision for us. And if we clear our measurements, we should be able to see that these are equal now. Maybe 238. Two, two, three. Oh, yeah, it's because this grew out. This also grew out. Okay. In that case, we can. Why don't we undo that edit and instead scale it the top down by that much. That's the 0.77. Now we'll try. Now we'll try 1.83, 1.73. Ah, I cannot do geometry. Okay, that looks about right. 1.69, 69, 0.79. I want it to be what, 1.73. 76513. And we'll just measure again. 1.75, so not good enough. One last nudge. 7.4. Okay, I give up. I'm calling it good with that. And we'll go ahead and move the origin object, set origin, origin to geometry. All right, and just put it like that. Put it there. Okay, now the next one we need is after what? D4, D6, D8. Now I'm wondering if we can do this with an icosphere of some kind. Subdivs 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12. Okay, that is a D20. So I guess we'll take that. All right, 5, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Is that a D10? Is it a D20? Platonic solids blender. We're just gonna cheat. Yep. So yeah, that's just a D20. Go over there. The dodecahedron. For the octahedron, it says we want to add a cube, tab, bevel it all the way. And we should, yeah, clamp overlap. There we go. Then we match by distance. So there we go. There's an octahedron, aka T8. Easy enough. Fusion octahedron. Decahedron. Okay, create it, make an icosahedron as above. Then bevel offset to 0.303108. 3108, okay. Control E. 0.303. Okay, awesome. So there's a B12. All right. 4, 6, 8, 12, 20. For the D10, I think we'll just have to make it manually, but that's not too big an issue. We can just, yeah. Okay, I know what that looks like. So what we need, start off with a plane. Yep. Where we'll go ahead, R1, Z by 45 degrees. And we'll want to scale these in. Scale this up along the Y, something like that. Can reset that. And I want to go ahead and actually set the origin to this vertex here. Cursor selected. No. Object origin. Object set origin. Origin to 3D cursor. Okay, now what we can do, or actually no, we want it to be at this vertex. Because we're going to make use of an array modifier, and we'll set it to an object offset with an empty, with some plain axes. Yep, that sounds good. So let's rotate these along the X. For this, we want it to the object offset set to our axes so that we can use it as the basis of rotation, pretty much. And we'll actually want to apply rotation to this, I think. Yeah, okay. And we'll rotate it along the Z by, what's that? 360 over 5, 72 degrees by 72. Okay. And we'll set the transform origin to the 3D cursor. And we'll want to rotate it around the X till they're together. And we want to set it to merge and also first and last copies. Then we want 5 of these. Okay, awesome. And then just looking at this, I think this is a little tall, maybe. But whatever. Now the next step is add a mirror modifier along the, what axis? The Z. Data. Then why don't we add a mirror object? Shift E, GZ. I think this will do what I want it to do. Okay. There we go. We can rotate it along the Z maybe? No. Okay, maybe we can get this done with an array modifier instead of the mirror modifier. So we'll generate an array, object offset to our empty. Yeah, I think we can. This will work. Along the X by, yep, 80. Move it down. And yeah, okay. So in theory, these guys should line up, but it looks like they're a little bit too sharp. Why don't we make a cut here so we can slide it along nice and easy. Okay, maybe still too sharp. And this will just take some, very fine-tuned manual adjustments. And that's close enough for me that I think we can actually just go ahead and set the array to merge and increase the distance a bit. Yes, first and last copies. Okay, so it's moving those vertices too far in. So maybe we do want to make it so that it's flat. And how about that? No, too far out. Okay, now let's move this very fine adjustments. Okay, to me, that's perfect. Awesome. Okay. You want to apply both of these, and that is a D10. Huge. Get our solo view. All right, why don't we scale it along the z-axis now? Oh, we'll get rid of the. Okay, so we have a die set. So now I guess we have to. We have 13 minutes left. I suppose we can add numbers to the faces, but I don't really know if I want to do that. I think I want to just texture them and I'll make a dice case for them instead. So yeah, why don't we go ahead and do that? So why don't we add like a plane, right? And that's like a table, sure. And then we'll add, that's what I'll do. I'll add a cylinder and we'll call this like a dice cup. And inset, extrude on the Z, transparent. Z. Okay. Now we'll just make it bigger. And we will have these dice. We'll make them all physics objects. Yeah, that's good. Make it a rigid body. Yeah, convex hull. Rigid body. Rigid body. Rigid body. Rigid body. Rigid body. And if we start, they should all fall. Nope. Okay. Dynamic. Fire. Physics. Guess we'll also give them collision. See if that. Now it's working. I don't know what was wrong earlier, but whatever. We can just get rid of this collision. Now we'll also add a rigid body to this, but we'll have it based on the mesh. So just real quick, rotate along Y, G, and then why don't we make this static, or wait. Okay, it won't be simulated, it'll just be animated. Insert keyframe for that now. Okay. So maybe we do need a collision world. We'll add collision to all these. Bam, 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 and bam. Collision. Or I don't know if that's what I want. Why don't I call it passive physics body? Ah, okay, that's what I wanted. G, Y, there we go. Okay, so they all kind of end up in the dice cup. For the material, okay, you gotta move quick for these materials. Okay, so for the cup, make a new material. Right, I just saw a new comfy mug tutorial. Comfy mug, glass. So I want a more cartoony aesthetic for this one. Videos. Okay, yeah, this is the channel. Watch on YouTube. YouTube.com. Don't know what's going on there, but whatever. We'll move. Where I think basically the way it worked is actually, you know what? No, here, we'll just make it just rendered mode out of sun. Get maybe like that. Strength, give it a strength of like 3. Object, shade smooth. Okay, that looks good. But we'll add a glass BSDF to this. Surface, and what we'll want to do is for the render, we'll leave it in Eevee. We'll get rid of bloom. Subsurface scattering is on. I think it's the alpha mode that's the problem here. So we'll change it to alpha hashed, or perhaps alpha blend. Shadow mode, none. Shadow mode, alpha hashed. Alpha clip. There's normal GTX. Now, real quick. Actually, I'm actually kind of fine with this camera's positioning. View, camera to view. Yeah, we'll keep it all on this plane. Mirror image. Let's see if it's just the viewport that isn't like showing up as a glass. Okay, and it looks like the answer is yes, it is. It is not the viewport. So, okay, let's take a look at this. Backface culling, maybe turn that on. No. Ray trace refraction, don't show backface. For clip. How to make Eevee show glass. Glass transparent in Eevee. Okay, whatever. Properties render screen space reflection. We want screen space reflections. And then we want screen space refraction enabled. And this. Same thing in our render settings. Refraction. Yeah. Okay. Now we'll go into keying because I think it's affected by the, we'll insert location rotation scale. That's funny. And Blender crashed. Awesome. Whatever. We move. We move. Individual origins. No. Okay. Did I pause the timer? I did. Oops. Whatever. I'm cheating. Where's this along the Y? Put it there. Now for our dice, we don't want them to be all bunched up like that. We also don't want them to be inside. Okay. Insert. All right, it's saved. Okay, awesome. Why don't we go back to the physics sim? Can I just change the global simulation speed? I don't know if I can do that. But what I can do is sort of just scrub through this and find a toss that I'm happy with. I think that actually looks really good. Yeah, especially if we change our camera a bit. Awesome. Now for shading, we'll go ahead and just, actually, no, wait, I don't like this camera. Camera view. That's better. Okay. Now we'll just go ahead and add this very simple material to all these. Yeah, make it blue. Make it red. Actually, we'll make them all like a dark color. Dark blue, dark red. Get like a dark purple. 6. Sure, you can be like cyan. Yeah, why not? Here, we'll flip it in texture, but maybe we can see it better. What? Purple. That's what's happening. Sure, why not? Like you. Like that. Like you. We need an orange, right, don't we? It's a brown, but good enough. And for you, we'll add, why not green, dark green? Oh. Okay, and we'll go ahead and also set the render. How do we select the frame? I think it's in here because we want to render on the 10th frame. So I think it's going to be this guy, frame start, frame 10. Render image, just a quick test. Okay, we got a minute left. Cut out all the raise bounce. Ah, and I did not turn on subsurface scattering on this, or subsurface refractions. Redshift refraction, auto setting, subsurface scattering. Change reflections, refraction. And we also want to add area light. Increase the strength. 500. Ah, gotta go fast. It looks kind of bad, but whatever, we gotta go, we gotta go. Collision modifier, bevel. And that's time. I'm gonna just go ahead and add the bevel to all of these. We'll call that allowed. Just because I want it to look just a little bit nicer with that. Bevel, like in a solid view. Modifier, generate, bevel, modifier, generate, bevel, and we can nudge the amount down a bit for some of these. Nudge it up for this, I guess. That's not going to show up, whatever. Nudge it way down for this guy. Okay, and then I'm not happy at all with the lighting. In fact, maybe changing this texture to just adding a simple, we'll make it a nice gray. Nice, maybe blue. Too desaturated. Turn the saturation up. The value up, maybe. Colors. Colors. Opposite of purple is green, and that seems to be the focus of the shot, so why don't we do that? Color theory to the rescue there. The value up on that guy up. Okay, I think we can call that completed. Awesome. Thanks for watching.